My name is Brandon here with Easy Swap Pots. I'm here to show you a low-cost growing method that you can do over the winter to have food for early next spring. You would need some fresh cut logs that are only 12 inches in height, a mycelium block. These you can order offline. If you're here in Wisconsin or in the Midwest, we have a wonderful company called Field and Forest. And shout out to Mushrooms by Brookside. Jade and Mel donated this block to us so we can use that. You also need some bags and then some sort of brown paper bags or newspaper, and we can get started. So right here we do have some oysters. It's let's see, blue dolphin oyster mushrooms, and pretty much have to cut this open. Typically people would do these in spring and then let them stay outside to inoculate. The other tip I would give is that if you were to do these are going in the basement. I would plan to do them in the basement. We're only out here because of the sunlight and it's easier to see with the camera. So I'm going to take my saucer, place it inside a bag. The bag's going to help trap moisture, especially during the winter, which is also why I'm using a saucer. I can periodically feed or water my logs so they don't dry out, as that's the most important step into the inoculation process. I'm going to lay down 2 pieces of brown paper bag, take my block, grab a good handful. This is mycelium on sawdust. You can see how aggressive it is. And then you're just going to want to break that up. You only need roughly a 1/2 inch layer on the cardboard, or not even cardboard, paper bag. And then you want it to be roughly the size of the log that's going on there. One of these bags would make 10 totems, roughly, give or take, depending on how many layers and everything else you're doing. And since I don't have 10 totems that I'm doing, I'm just going to go heavier on my layers so that it inoculates faster. Actually, looks like it will. Oyster mushrooms will grow well on almost any type of wood. You can use cottonwood, popple. This is oak and maple that I have here from trees that had split and fallen in the windstorms. And then you'd want to check on it, and if you start seeing your newspapers drying out, pour a little water. That's why I put a saucer on. And then periodically just check on it. You should start seeing white mycelium growing on your paper, which is a good sign that your mycelium is live, active, and vigorous, and working on inoculating that log. So as long as it doesn't fully dry out, 3 to 4 months, we should be able to take this out and fruit it. And again, never want to close it off completely, but we do want to trap as much moisture as possible, since in the winter up here it is really dry. So here we are in the basement. I decided to store mine in this location. One tip I would give you is not to put it in a corner that you're not going to frequent every once in a while, so you don't forget about them and that they would dry out. I decided to choose this corner because I'm next to my water source and spigot that I can water as periodically as I need to, and we're actually right by the saltwater softener, which obviously gets checked on occasionally, so hopefully these logs won't be forgotten about. And if you remember, we never watered the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Alright. Try to still allow it to breathe, but we still want it to retain moisture. There we are. Keep the glass close by. And there we are. Like I said, roughly 3 to 4 months we'll check back on them and we should be able to fruit them. Thank you for watching. We'll have links so you can do this yourself at home in the description box. Till next time, take care. Peace.